walking down the street. Maddie Klein and her fabulous loving machine.
No. Didn't really like how the faceplate was kind of slamming against the top of the head there, and I figured that could damage my nice paint job. So I decided to fix that by just gluing on some floor mat foam to the inside of the faceplate so that when it swings open, the foam would make contact with the top of the head instead of the faceplate. On this particular version of the Iron Man helmet, the jaw also folds down as well, so I'm going to go ahead and cut off the jaw now that the resin has hardened it and ensured that there won't be any misalignment. To make the hinges for the jaw, I used some binder board because it's a little bit stronger than corrugated cardboard, and I made the binder board even stronger by soaking it in a little bit of super glue. This is what the hinge for the jaw looks like. It's super duper simple, as you can see, and now I can use those to reconnect the jaw back to the helmet. Also, I couldn't help but add these little wire details right here because although it's a very minor detail, it only takes a few minutes to make it. So how in the world is the helmet going to open by itself? Well, the answer to that is magnets. More specifically, these 8x5mm neodymium magnets that I ordered on Amazon. I'll leave a link below. But using these magnets, we can make the helmet open on command, and here's how. The first magnet gets glued onto the jaw, and pay close attention here because you need to make sure that the magnet is flush with the faceplate. And the reason why is because the other magnet is going to get glued onto the faceplate. So those two magnets will join the faceplate and the jaw together. And if you do this correctly, what should happen is as soon as you pull down on the jaw, the faceplate should shoot up, and then we get that beautiful Iron Man faceplate action going. Here's a quick view of what's happening on the inside. So basically there's a little paper clip on the magnet on the faceplate right there, and that just makes sure that the two magnets line up perfectly and there's no wiggle room or anything. Before we do a test fit, let's add a sponge in there to make the helmet a tighter fit on the head. In case you couldn't already tell, the way I'm able to make the faceplate open on command is by moving my jaw down, but it's not like a dramatic movement of the mouth really, it's more so just basically nudging my chin down very subtly so that the two magnets can disconnect from each other. So now that the faceplate mechanism is done, we can focus on making the helmet look pretty. So first things first, I sanded the whole helmet with some 80 grit sandpaper, and you don't need to sand it down like crazy or anything. The point is just to rough up the surface to prepare it for the filler that we're going to apply on. All those dark spots that you see there are places where the sandpaper missed it because those are all basically little divots that need to be filled in. Because the surface is so uneven, we're going to use wood filler to make it smooth, and when you apply it on, you can use some water to kind of smooth it out because it can be kind of dry. So basically what you want to do here is just apply some filler, sand it down, put some more filler, do some more sanding, and just keep going back and forth until you're happy with how it looks. It's nice if you have a variety of grits of sandpaper so that you can start with some 80 grit to kind of do an initial pass and then work your way up to like a 320 grit to get the surface smooth. Cover all the corrugations, all the areas that you feel need to be filled in, and 2 canisters of wood filler later, and here's what my helmet looked like at this point. Now it's ready for filler primer. Now what filler primer is it's basically like a thick spray paint that will hide any unwanted scratches and textures still left on the surface. And here I'm using the Duplicolor Perfect Match filler primer, and I did about 3 coats of filler primer, sanding in between each coat with some 400 grit sandpaper. And now the helmet is ready for paint, so I masked off all the gold areas, and the red I'm using here is the Duplicolor Inferno Red. This is like an automotive paint, so it has that sort of Iron Man-y metallic sheen to it that you won't get from a lot of other spray paints. I did about 5 or 6 coats of this red paint, and I know that sounds like a lot of coats, but I did really light coats, really light passes, because I didn't want any drips or runs, and that worked out really great. Once the red dried, I masked off all of the red, and now we're going to do the gold. So for the gold, I'm using the Duplicolor Sunburst Gold, and this turned out...
So, you're the Spiderling, crime-fighting spider. You're Spider Boy?
Spider-Man.
You know what I think is really cool? This webbing. The tensile strength is off the charts. Who manufactured that?
I did.
Quick question of the rhetorical variety. That's you, right? Look at you go. Wow, nice catch. 3,000 pounds, 40 miles an hour. It's not easy. You got mad skills.
That's all on YouTube, though, right? I mean, that's where you found that.
If you liked this video, then click the screen right here to watch.
Top 5 tips for cardboard crafting. Just make sure you save this post because you're definitely going to want to come back and remember these. Okay, tip number 1, the inside out box. See all these labels? Those are really hideous, but all you have to do is cut open your box, find the edge where it's glued together, open it up, turn your box inside out, and glue it back together. That's it. Glue the bottom, throw a present in, and voila. Make one of these. Tip number 2, removing the top layer of a piece of cardboard. I just use a regular old pencil here and stuff it in between the layers to remove the top layer. You want to do it on both sides of the cardboard, and then it should peel off like this. Tip number 3, you can make these really cool strips of paper from that crafting paper that you just made. You just use white glue on the corrugated edges of your cardboard and then cover it with these strips. It makes your final product look nice and smooth like this. Speaking of smooth, if you score 2 cuts about a 1/4 inch apart from one another halfway through your cardboard, you should be able to remove that piece in between them really easily, and your cardboard folds nicely like this and gives you a smooth edge. Tip number 5, don't forget these cool cardboard tubes. You can do so many great things with them. Don't forget to save this post for later.
This is how to make your own Spider-Man web shooters out of cardboard that actually shoot webs. This is everything you're gonna need. A click pen, 2 popsicle sticks, a piece of cardboard, a hot glue gun, a pair of scissors, and glue. You're also gonna need a piece of string and a separate piece of cardboard. First, you have to get the pen and then take it apart. Once you take it apart, you have to get the spring that's inside of it. Once you get the spring, you're gonna take the stick of glue and the spring and glue the spring to the tip of the pen. Make sure to use something to push it all the way down. After that, you're going to take one of the popsicle sticks and cut a very small part of it off. It should be around this size. Make sure not to make it too tall. Then cut the same popsicle stick to use as ammo for the web shooter. It should look like this. After that, you're going to take the tip of the pen and glue it to the piece of cardboard. Because the cardboard is going to be going on your wrist, everyone should be different. So make sure to place the pen accordingly. Once you do that, you're going to take the other popsicle stick and glue it to the other side of the cardboard right under where you place the pen. Make sure the long side of the popsicle stick is facing towards the big gap of the pen. After that, take the small piece of the popsicle stick that you cut earlier and glue it down. Make sure to leave the smallest bit of space between the pen and the small popsicle stick, because this is what's going to hold your web in place for when you release it. It should look like this. After that, take the other piece of cardboard and cut a small circle. Then, glue the circle to the tip of the long popsicle. After that, take the popsicle stick ammo you cut from earlier and tie the string around it. Finally, just get some tape and then put the web shooter around your wrist. Then just load up the webs and you have a working web shooter. After that, it's up to you to customize it however you want. And with that being said, comment down below what you want me to build for day 6.
I've been seeing so many videos of this 3D wall hanging shark thing, and I want to try it. Are you kidding me? So this came with no instructions except start with some cardboard. I took like the base of the whale shark, and I know it looks really weird, but like, hang in there, let's figure this out. Now to make it all 3D, I put little strips of cardboard in so that it could stand up on its own and be like a fully rounded shark. I also added some tape around it just because it seemed like the right thing to do. Now move that aside, and then I took some Mod Podge and water and created some sort of concoction with that. Now I just covered the whole guy in paper mache to cover up any hard edges.
Or at least I think so, because that's what everyone did in the other TikToks. He's coming together, right? Like you see the vision.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought this craft would make me bang my head into the wall and hate my life, but it was actually pretty simple and straightforward. I let him dry for a little bit, and then I came back to paint him a nice little charcoal gray color. Pretty much all I had to do at this point was add little details, and look at him! Unfortunately, I don't have any walls to put him on, but I love him anyways.
These cardboard Barbie slides are so easy to set up. It took me about 10 seconds to set up and slide down both of them. I have done this over 100 times, still strong.
This is a butterfly knife. And this is a butterfly sword. Check that out. Cool, no?
Okay, so check this out. Isn't that cool? Look, I just push and pull on the handle, and the spikes just retract, or they stick out, and they retract. And they stick out. And they retract, it's so cool! Like, I'm working on it, I made this like, it's a thing, just my own hands. It's so cool!
Did you spend 40 euros on a pattern that doesn't fit you? You were going to make a suit, but it will be a sculpture because you can't wear it. Let's fix it. Cut some cardboard and use hot glue to attach it to the main pieces. Now you have a bigger base. Same with the ABS. Cut a polygon. Cut the base. Oh wait, this piece is too narrow. Much better. For the chest, just cut the holes to make them bigger. Now try all the pieces together and confirm that they are wearable now. Congrats, you did not waste your money. Well, yes you did, but at least you can be an animatronic.
Wait till you see what this cardboard box turns into. It even surprised me. It was a lot easier than I originally thought. I used a cracker box, scissors, marker, and hot glue. Any guesses? Double tap, comment, share, and follow for part 2.
Okay, after you see this craft, you're gonna want to make this. It's so easy and it's really cute. To start, you'll want to draw an outline of a cat. It's really easy. If you know how to make a U, a circle, and a triangle, it's that simple. Carefully cut out the outline and trace it onto a piece of cardboard or heavy cardstock. When you're done carefully cutting out the front of the cat, round out the paper pattern so it's just the bottom part of the cat. Trace and cut that out of cardboard as well. For the next part, grab a paper tube and cut that in half and hot glue it to the front and the back of the cat. Don't forget to add a tail on the back end. Alright, now you have the base of the cat, and it's time to get creative. I used acrylic paint and paint pens, but you can use whatever you want. You could use crayons, you could use markers, you could use glitter if you want. Make it your own and have lots of fun. My friend Andrea posted this a little while ago, and I'm gonna tag her down below. Go check it out and give her a follow if you don't already. Also, let me know in the comments if you have any pets and what their names are. I have 3 cats, Vincent, Ira, and Nora, and they make my heart so happy. Here they are with the little cardboard kittens that I made for them. Are you gonna make this craft? Let me know in the comment.